DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
I think we're here.
You think so?
I think so.
This is a scary time for us, though.
It really is, because we had a software update that happened last week, and then we've been kind of looking at some of the software things of what's happening with it this week, and so that's the right one there, and that's the right one there. Hey, wait, we're on the screen.
Woohoo! We did it!
Wow, it's incredible. Technology, I'm telling you. Man, remember
you never know with these things. I'm telling you,
not so much.
Well, welcome everybody. And no, Shani didn't decide to suddenly pull a invisible person act on us. She is fighting with people in another country over something, and I said, promise them a Slurpee. That was probably a little unsensitive of me, but she says I'll promise them anything I can just to get off the phone. So she's going to join us as soon as she can and fill us all in. And in the meantime, we'll talk about all the things we can talk about, and then Shani will fill us in all the stuff we were wrong about. You like that idea?
It's pretty much a typical show.
Well, it is, but no, not everybody knew that. So, because I know there are some people that are tuning in tonight that are not normal. Well, I don't know that because I don't see the list, but I'm assuming there are people that are tuning in tonight that are not on our regular Monday night chats because we are talking about all things DJ Expo related tonight.
We are.
So we are going to fill you in on quite a few different things. My purpose, not purpose, I guess you could say, but I plan on taking the lead on seminars because that tends to be the thing that I really like to focus on. Shani is getting an early start on parties. That's what she's really doing right now. I'm just kidding. But she is going to give us kind of the lowdown on some of the parties that are going on and all the different things that she's in the know of that, some of us just are not. And then John, for what he can tell us about, he's going to talk to us about the different gear that we can hear about. So a lot of very cool things that are happening. John, is there any teaser things that we can know about? Has there been anything, any companies we should be particularly conscious of this year?
Well, we're going to talk about a few different aspects of what's going to be there, about some of the companies that, first off, some of the retailers that are going to be there. And one thing with this year's retailers, in the past, many of them would be able to honor some of the show pricing if you called back to the headquarters and talked to them. There are some companies, some of the manufacturers that aren't going to allow them to do that this year, which is going to be it's a little bit different. They want to make sure that people are coming to the show. So if for some reason, when you guys see me do the walk around, because we're going to do the walk around video on Monday, I'll actually be going and doing a teaser at some of the booths to show you some of I can't show you prices, but if the camera happens to be in the wrong angle and there's this price tag there and it gets on film, I'm not responsible for it.
No,
keep in mind,
you are not.
If for some reason you see that and you call up, and because a few of them, we've got Canal Sound and Lights are going to be there, and I'm going to go through, I've got all the information of who they're going to be, or many of them of who they're repping. So let's see, where are we at? So we'll go through and talk about some of the specifics. But you've got NLFX Pro, who will be there. Canal Sound and Light. iDJ Now is going to be there. there was another company that we've worked with in the past that's going to be there. But some of the retailers who will be, and I'll talk about who they're going to be repping and products and such with that. And then we're going to talk about a few specific companies, some of the products that are going to be coming out, and we're going to refer to a couple of products that we can't talk about. But there's they're going to debut of a technology or a type of product that some people have been really excited wanting to see for quite a while. And that's going to be finally shown at DJ Expo for some of you. But really the biggest news of the night, if you guys watched the Rob Foray talking about elementary dances and such, the show just before ours, Rob Foray went through and gave a glowing endorsement for using a Megaseg at your events. So I think really everything else is secondary. You need to go back and watch the last show. Actually, it would be a good idea to watch it if you did that type of events, meaning events for younger children, junior high and under, where you're wanting to have a lot of engagement. He just gave a fabulous list of different activities and games and demonstrated some things and such. So it was a great show if you do those types of kids events. So,
and don't let his endorsement fool you. Rob knows what he's talking about. I question the software choice, but he does know what he's talking about.
And I did ask him, because he mentioned specifically using Megaseg for elementary dances where you needed that playlist and different things. And that makes perfect sense to me because that's why I really like the software. Now, when you get into actually mixing, he says he's using Serato, which now I don't understand him. I think he's out in left field myself, but he's using...
This show's going to go a whole another route in chat room. You do realize that, right?
Yes. I don't think I'm hearing correctly. Is my mic on?
Yeah, yes, your mic is on.
Maybe I should log back off and deal with what I was dealing with.
Oh, no, you got to be here. So, by the way, Shani is finally with us. Yeah. I told everybody that you were starting your parties early and you were doing the Invisible Woman act right now.
I was.
Yes. So.
Sorry, guys.
Actually,
Sorry, guys.
He was making some comment about, a slushy machine somewhere at the local 7-Eleven, and that was going to get...
I ended up hanging up, so I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Oh, not so fun. Not so fun. No. But, oh my goodness. So yeah, tonight we are talking about all those different things. And John, you hit on something that I think is, if nothing else, is just going to be a game changer, I think, when it comes to the expo floor, like the gear area. You mentioned the fact that a lot of the companies are going to limit their deals to the floor. That's something that the past couple of years has been kind of a big, I almost want to say kind of a turnoff to the floor itself. I know we all tend to have our particular maybe retailers that we like to buy from.
Yes.
And knowing that, hey, I can go over to them and they're going to match this price and everything else, I think is cool in some aspects. But what I was always kind of turned off was, Joe Schmo, who didn't decide to, drive the couple 100 miles down to the show and take advantage of what is here, could make that phone call and get the exact same deal for doing little to nothing other than here's my credit card number. So I think it's kind of cool. I think it's different, especially over the past couple of years. Now it'll be curious to see just how much they hold by that,
exactly.
Or how much this follows in future years as well. Yeah. So, I have no idea where we want to begin tonight. Do we want to start? I'll tell you what. Let's talk about things in the order that they happen.
Okay.
We'll talk about Monday, then we talk about Monday night.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk. Yeah. So we're just throwing things out there.
Nice. Let's do it.
So Monday is really all about seminars for those of you that are not ever been to the DJ Expo. And John walking around doing sneak peeks. For the exhibitors, that's their day that they're setting up. So a lot of us, unless we're like John and really get that, behind the scenes look, we have no idea what's going on in there. So the rest of us in the, the seminar world, we'll be checking out a lot of cool things. Everything gets kicked off at 10:30. Room 16 is the big one. That's going to be the kickoff and networking session. I've heard everything from people who are like, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to sleep in. I'll show up when the first real seminar comes, or whatever lame excuse they give. That tends to be one of the really kind of cool moments. Seminars, a lot of times you're sitting there, you're listening, but it's a great chance for you to kind of get caught up, for you to introduce yourself to somebody you don't know. Don't get in the trap that a lot of people do, which is just kind of sitting in your chair, not saying anything to anybody. Walk up, introduce yourself to somebody, make sure you bring a huge stack of business cards. My personal tip that I always give every year is I actually bring my old cards, because you're connecting with people. You don't really need to like show off as long as your information is accurate on that. And those cards are really just, holding up my table anyway. So I might as well bring them and make use of them.
And I can prove that he does indeed use those old cards. I have one of these back when he was Dan the Fro Man. I can't reach my cards. So,
yeah,
they were old.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
But in seriousness, bring cards. Make sure you're ready to hand those out. You're going to get a lot of business cards those couple days that you're there. Use them for a couple things. Obviously, you want to make connections with people. You learn from things. Sometimes we always hear the adage that people within the market don't like to share. Depending upon where you live, that could be very true about your local competition. They don't want to talk and compare notes. So what better time to kind of get ideas, but to connect with people from other parts of the country that maybe are able to do that.
Okay, so
then
hang on. Before you go any farther,
sure.
One of the most important things you need to do Monday morning or any time during the show is to seek out Big Daddy and give him a hug. I think this is one thing we can all agree on. Is Big Daddy will be there, and he's one of those, if you've never met Big Daddy, you need to do that. That's kind of one of those things that in the DJ industry should be a bucket list thing for.
Or you could just come to the mitzvah seminar and
you could
that's Wednesday, but we want to give him hugs Monday.
We want to start off the event by getting to, especially those who've never met him. You need to meet the one and only Big Daddy. That's just one of those characters in the industry you need to meet. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be there later.
So, and by the way, if you don't know who Big Daddy is, look for the big guy that has blonde hair and everybody's loving on him.
That could be a lot of people. Disrespect.
But big guy, blonde hair that everybody's loving on.
Okay, there you go.
There's the last key.
I'm just gonna interject for a second and just say, I know we started with Monday, but a lot of DJs are coming in Sunday night. So for those newbies, definitely you'll see a lot of DJs in the hotel lobby or bars or
or both,
stuff like that. You'll definitely see them around the hotel. So definitely just go up to them, talk to them. If you just want to have a cocktail or a beverage or something, just talk shop. There's a lot of DJs coming in Sunday night. So you could definitely, pregame before the big game. So,
is there any kind of warm up parties?
Sunday night.
Yeah.
There
like last year, Hard Rock did one.
Yeah. Well, Hard Rock is doing one on Tuesday when everything's going down on Tuesday night. But there will be. I don't have all that information yet because it's still in the works, but there always is something going on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, last year was kind of also a little bit different just because everybody was everywhere. So I think that also lended itself to, we're doing a warm-up party for you. And so I wasn't sure, I hadn't heard or seen anything official as much as the Hard Rock one was last year.
Yeah, it won't be official, but there's a lot of unofficial ones.
Oh, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Basically, go to a bar and you're guaranteed to see some DJ somewhere.
Correct.
That was one of the things that was kind of cool last year. We were hitting random places, just kind of like walking along the boardwalk. And we were MJ and I, we talked to a couple like the bouncers just because we were, kind of like that kind of people. And they were like, we asked you, is this something you normally have? Like, do you have DJs on a Wednesday night? And a couple of places that we were talking to, they said no. Like they would do them sometimes during the day when people would be at the beach. But when it came to night, there was only certain nights that they had it, and catering more towards the weekend than during the week. But they knew it was a big time and a lot of people would be in town. So they really kind of packed it and had a DJ every night. So you're going to see somebody somewhere. I almost guarantee it.
Exactly. All right. Sorry. We'll go back to Monday now.
No, you're good. Okay. So after that intro kickoff and whatnot, then at 11 o'clock, the All-Star MCs is back, which slightly back, I should say. I don't think it ever really technically left. I think Mark Reneisen, technically his was the All-Star MC last year. He's doing a different seminar. Adam White's is doing it. If you don't know Adam, whoa, just be prepared for in-your-face intensity the entire time, even when he's not presenting. He's a really cool guy, really nice to meet, really nice to talk to, but he's just like, the whole idea of crank it to 11, yeah, he takes it to 15. But I am excited to see it's back, kind of in I think it's kind of taken the form that Steve Moody used to do with it a little bit more. So I'm kind of excited to see just what they will do with it. But that's the first one, Monday morning at 11, and another one of those don't miss type of seminars. Then we're getting into SEO, so some more business type of things will be coming up after that. The one that I mentioned with Mark Reneisen, his is coming up at 1 o'clock. He's doing kind of a recap of the past 10 years of DJ Expo. He shares an experience of how he got into Expo and his first couple of appearances, if you will, of just going, and how he suddenly then started taking it seriously and how that really upped his game. And he's sharing some of the tips. He's also getting a bunch of different industry guys who are going to have their videos. I'll be honest, I'm one of them. So I guess I kind of have a little personal interest in this one, but he got videos from us and just kind of sharing some of the tips. So if this is your first year, this could be a cool way to learn some tips that were shared before, or even maybe getting a refresher on one or two maybe that you missed or need to kind of come back and see again. We've got unique moments for a wedding. That's Fox Feltman. He did a really cool seminar last year about getting people up and dancing and some of the routine that he does to actually get people on the dance floor. This one is going to be a slightly different twist on it. He's not doing the exact same seminar, different talking points with it. Again, if he brings what he brought last year, this is going to be another one of those can't miss. For you gearheads, there is new tech they're going to be talking about. They got a couple of the retailers in the area that are going to come down, and they're going to talk about some of the new stuff that's coming out. So you kind of get a preview maybe of even some of the stuff that's going to be on the showroom floor, some of the stuff that maybe John can't talk about now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But maybe by that point it'll be close enough that they can release.
Does it say which retailers? Dan, I'm not looking at the sheet.
Yes, Washington Music Center, okay. IDJ Now,
okay.
Mainline Lighting and Sound.
Oh, Frank. Okay.
Yes. So those are the only ones I'm noticing. So Randy White, Kevin Famoso, and Frank Garcia.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So yeah, very, very cool. So bring questions with that one too. If you're gonna check that out, because here's the thing, if you want to grill some of these retailers, they have connections with the manufacturers. Maybe they can start throwing that word. Hey, you really need to create this. Yeah. And then I think, there's three more, 4 more. Monday is packed. I forgot about how many were left on that one. But if you're wanting to take the change from going part-time to full-time, so if you're kind of in the situation like me, you're part-time, but maybe you're thinking about going full-time, Jason Glock Entertainment out of Harrisburg is going to present a great seminar on how he made the change and hopefully keep you from making some of the same mistakes that he did. There's a Pioneer seminar, so they're bringing back some more of those sponsor seminars that they had before. They are giving away record box licenses. They have a record box DJ controller, the DDJ 1000 that they'll be giving away. I don't see any mention of speakers this year being given away, but sorry, I had to throw the little plug in there.
We're not giving any speakers away because we're trying to sell yours.
Yeah, really. By the way, they still are. Just hit me up. Let me know. Anyway, so that's that. And then music programming tips and 10 things that you can do for your DJ business tomorrow. That's from Rob Peters up in Massachusetts. He's going to be doing that. So that's all Monday. And you can read some more of it. I tried not to go into too much detail. Go on the DJ Expo website. They kind of break down a little bit more.
Everything. That was all just Monday, guys.
That was a busy.
That was Monday.
My personal opinion, they always pack Monday with their seminars because Tuesday they want to be a little bit lighter because they want everybody on the showroom floor.
Right.
And then Wednesday is kind of a fair mix. So Monday night is the kickoff party. Okay.
So the kickoff party is actually at the hotel. So you don't have to go off site for this one. It is, I believe it is at the pool. So Monday night's kickoff party is at the pool at Harrah's. If you guys have never been there, it's a really cool location because when I say it's at the pool, it's actually a pool. So there will, people will be swimming and stuff like that. It's from 8 to 11. So it's not a long party. So don't think like you guys are going to go have a long dinner and then be like, oh, we'll try to get to the party like 10:30 or so. It's not a club. I mean, even though it is a club, they're doing a kickoff party because they want everyone to be able to do what they need to do. So it's 8 to 11. And it's kind of cool. Like they're doing some throwbacks. So it'll be some throwback music of disco and 80s and 90s and stuff like that. And that is all access. If you have an all access pass or a VIP badge holder pass. So definitely need to bring your pass, guys. When you go to these parties that are DJ Expo sponsored, they're 80%. Well, there will be somebody standing there from Expo saying, we need to see your badge. So don't be like, oh, I forgot it in my room, because they're going to say to you, got to go get it.
Yeah.
So don't make that wise choice like, oh, I'm going to go to dinner, I'm going to take my badge off. For a lot of these Expo type parties, you have to have your badge.
By the way, let me throw in a little, since you hit on badges, that reminded me of a tip. If you have a lanyard of some sort, you might want to bring it, just because what they usually give you is either a safety pin or a pincher. And depending upon where you put it, that can be kind of awkward. So a couple years ago, a lot of the vendors were handing out these lanyards. I picked one up, strapped that to mine, and then it was it's around the wrist, or if I need to tie it like on my belt loop or something, it makes it nice and close, but it's not really in the way. So I would encourage you to do something like that. Just maybe make it a little bit easier for you, especially with getting around and not worrying about dropping it, especially if you do the pincher, it could fall off. Those kind of ideas.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, agreed. So so that's Monday, and the party goes to 11. So you definitely can figure out some stuff to do afterwards, hang with some new DJs. My whole thing is always just networking and meeting people, and don't wait for people to come say hi to you. Go up to them and introduce yourself, especially like we're all holding badges and stuff, and be like, hey, my name is so-and-so and I'm from here. And, what are you guys doing now? I mean, this is the whole thing of what we talk about, like with the hangout afterwards, is about just hanging out and networking. So definitely when this is over, see what people are doing, if they're going to another club, if they're going to go get drinks, if they're just going to chill at the hotel and network with people. Because a good thing about DJ Expo is the seminars don't start very early in the morning. Because now we're going to Tuesday, and Tuesday's seminar, the very first seminar starts at what time, Dan?
10 o'clock.
Yeah. So you're not doing like an 8 o'clock in the morning seminar.
No.
So, yeah.
Although I'm curious, I have not heard, and maybe I should have reached out to Mike. You know if Mike Walter is doing his morning stuff, because we're not anywhere near the boardwalk.
He's not going to be there the first day.
Okay.
So if he is going to do it, he's going to do it when he finally gets there. So he'll probably post something for the other days that he'll be there.
Okay. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Mike used to do this. Actually used to do a double type of thing. So you would meet, I want to say it was even 8 o'clock. It was like 8 a.m.
It was early,
on the boardwalk. And it would be a half an hour. For those people who are runners, you'd go out with him for about a half an hour. They'd go down so far, they'd come back. For those of you that were not, that would be me. It was more of like a brisk walk. And then every so often you would do some stretches and some different muscle type building things, and really just kind of taking in what was around you in the same respect. It was it was a fitness walk. It was really nice to,
it was nice.
Nice to network with some other people. There's some friends that I made along that I still keep in touch with, that when I get into the expo room, they're one of those first few people I reach out and I'm like, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. We talk on Facebook, but that's about it. And we catch up, from that walk. So nice. Keep an eye on his page, definitely, to see if he's doing something like that again.
Yeah. I'll be in the gym. So if anybody wants to meet me in the gym in the morning, if there's no fitness walk, I will definitely be in the gym. So you guys can meet me at the Harris gym.
You never did the fitness walk anyway.
I did. What do you, yeah.
Never with me. Never the ones I went to.
I'm in all the pictures that they took. I'm even flexing in like 2 of them. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out, because I missed that.
Don't say I didn't do the fitness. I didn't do it all the time. I mean, let's be honest. I didn't do it probably the last.
You did it like the first day.
Sure.
And then the last day, you're like, no, I'm in bed.
I'm sleeping in today.
No, I might be in the gym. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, I did. I definitely did the fitness walk though. Because if you see me running, there's a reason, and don't ask any questions. You should run too.
Just follow.
If you ever see me running, I'm just saying. Don't ask any questions. Just start running too, and we could talk later.
Anybody else get the song? They see me running. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday. So we start things off 10 o'clock. This is going to be another one of the sponsored seminars. This one's from Chevet. DJ Jer. Shop Time, Jeremy Breck, one of our nice personalities here on DJNTV, does the show Wednesday night with Dave Terrier. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. He's Canadian. There's like a whole funky things the way he just does his spelling and pronunciation. Anyway, DJ JR is going to be there 10 o'clock, and they're going to be doing this thing where he's breaking down some of the lighting that they've used for different productions they've done to the nitty gritty of, I use this fixture to get this response. I use this fixture to get this response. I overlaid the two of them to have, so it looks like this, like breaking it down. For those that may have seen him in previous years, my understanding, this is different than the one that he's presented the past couple times, either at Expo or at Mobile Beat. So even if you caught him before and you're like, I've seen it, I don't need to see it again, this one is going to be different. A lot of people are wanting to step up their game in lighting. This guy knows what he's talking about. If you have not seen his stuff, if you've not tuned into him on YouTube or the DJNTV, he knows his stuff when it comes to lighting. You definitely want to check it out. And again, that's going to be Tuesday morning at 10. Then, like I said, remember how I said this was going to be a little bit lighter. The next one doesn't happen until 12:30. So I'm just going to run through this and then we'll talk about the exhibit floor, I guess, real quick. So we've got country music and dance seminar happening at 12:30.
That'd be for MJ if he goes. I'm just saying.
That would be for MJ. He needs to be there because maybe he can learn how to correctly do it. But Alan Cohn has done this for the past couple of years, if I'm remembering correctly. Again, may not be the exact same seminar, but for those of you that do country music, or hey, you're doing a lot more barn weddings, you might find that you're going to be a little bit more requested for country music than maybe in the past. Again, would be very good to check it out. Then there's a Roland DJ workshop where they're going to have a bunch of the controllers there. They're even drawing for Roland and Serato swag and giveaways. Now, if they haven't gone into details, I don't know if there's controllers that are thrown in there or what, but definitely something you'd want to check out and see. Then some of the can't miss type seminars, Party Games with Jake. This is one of the seminars that year after year after year people bring. And if you're an interactive DJ, if you're the type who's out there doing games, or even if you think, hey, I want to check this out because I want to see what goes into it, or I'll be honest, I don't do any of it, but I think it's a lot of fun. Go, because it's not just, hey, we do this game and this is how you do it. It is, hey, I need some volunteers. We're going to play this now. Come on out here. And it's a lot of fun. There's everything from games, dance steps. Shani's presented some of her dance steps in the past. Are you doing any this year? Do you know?
I am not.
Okay. So don't hold that against Jake. All right. Don't hold that against him.
Don't hold it against Jake. I haven't reached out to him this year. So yeah, no.
Okay. But again,
maybe next year I will for you guys. I've been away for a while.
Yeah.
So I might have to do a comeback in the game and dance seminar.
There you go.
So Jake, if you're watching this, you heard it.
We're going to hold, you know what? We're just going to cut that little clip out and we're going to send it to Jake because we're going to be like, listen, she said it on live YouTube.
I did.
Yes. But then from there, DJ Tips is going to be doing a keynote. They've got some great content that they're constantly putting out, and they're talking about the DJ website, how it's not dead, how it can you can make it work for you. And then again, another one of those can't miss type seminars. Even if you don't do mitzvahs, you need to check this seminar out. Big Daddy, 3 o'clock, he's going to be bringing it. And that's what Shani was talking about earlier. This is right after Jake's seminar. They're going to kind of have just a little bit of downtime to get the room set, and then it's go time. And this is another one of those. This isn't, again, this is how we do it. This is we're doing it. We do this. We're bringing people in. I remember I didn't get a chance to go last year. I kind of goofed up my schedule and I missed it. But the year before when I went, I left the room wringing wet with sweat, just by like so active, so pumped, so over the top energy. Again, even if you don't do mitzvahs, a cool one to be a part of. And Shani, are you part of that one?
I don't know. They might have a really cool DJ again. I don't know. We'll see.
I was gonna say I heard rumors. I heard rumors from Big Daddy that they had this hot girl that was going to be there spinning.
I've been part of the mitzvah seminar since we started it, so I can't see why I wouldn't. If it fits in my schedule, you will definitely see me. Big Daddy and I have been talking about it for the last 2 weeks, so I'm trying to. Even if I have to run in with the Bose t-shirt on, you'll see. We'll see.
The other thing that we might want to just mention with this, and this kind of on a personal note, Big Daddy has alluded to the fact that this is the last year he is doing the mitzvah seminar. So he's going to be handing it off. I don't think it's one of the things where they're going to stop doing the mitzvah seminars.
We're not stopping doing it.
So,
handing it
but
off.
Big Daddy himself is stepping down from leading it. So
Right.
I think this is definitely one. Again, for those of you that don't know him, who haven't met him, that is a personality that's bigger than life, and he will remember you just by saying hi to him. I mean, that's just the way he is. So out of love and respect for him, check it out if you almost possibly can. Man, we're going to go late tonight, I know. Anyway, from there, we're going to talk about social media, and then there's one on mashups. If you're into producing or playing, you want to get some more info on maybe how to do your gigs, maybe just a little bit different. That is definitely one you want to check out. Then there's the one on weddings, how you want to crush your next event, and they've got one of the guys from SCE Event Group. That is Jason Janai's group. It's not Jason Janai doing it, but one of his guys that leading it. And listen, these guys crush it. I mean, I know some of you have talked about in the chat room. I've talked about some of the other guys in your market crushing it. Jason and his crew, I'm in awe just of what they produce in their videos, let alone what is happening week in and week out. So, definitely this is one that you want to make sure that you're making plans for. That's 5 o'clock till 6:30. So bring a snack so you can eat later. And then for your video DJ guys, they're having a symposium again this year, 5:30 to 6:30. Takes care of that. One of the Massachusetts guys, Joshua Carl, is going to be doing a panel of guys who focus on video DJing. And there's some cool products coming out related to video panels that I've been hearing about. So I don't know if that's going to make its way into that seminar as much, or symposium, I should say. But definitely something to kind of keep an ear on if you're interested in that. And then the exhibit floor. John.
We get to talk.
He's like the exhibit floor, John. It opens at noon. So exhibit floor.
Don't take his thunder.
I'm not. I'm just because I figured, Dan, you would start it since you know all the little tricks for the opening.
Oh, okay. I don't want to share all my secrets because then I won't get all my swag.
Right.
So you can't go in until like a good 10 to 15 minutes after, because Dan has to go through and run and get all of his free stuff first. So once he does, then you can go around.
10 shirts last year, just saying.
Granted, they were all from the same booth because he was there like looking so, oh, you look like you need another shirt. Thank you. So the exhibit hall opens on Tuesday. We're going to do a walk around. Hopefully we'll have enough internet to do the live stream of the walk around, and that will happen Tuesday. Ideally, it happens around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, and this is East Coast time, because we want to make sure we give enough time ahead of the opening of the doors.
Now, John, just to give you a little FYI, they just did summer session at the Harrah's.
Yep.
And everybody had the same comment that I saw on my whole entire Facebook.
This doesn't sound good.
From all the radio DJs. Internet was really bad.
Okay.
I'm just giving you a heads up. Even like I'm going to give Tony from Serato a shout out right now. He even said he couldn't even get any work done. Internet was bad. So I'm just giving you a little. So if you don't see John's video, you're going to know it's because internet. I mean, I'm going to bring my Fi if it helps. I'll hand it to you, John. You can walk around with it.
Yeah, we've got a variety of different things, but if we don't have connection, there's just no connection. So we will then record it. But just to give
you guys all a heads up, summer session just happened, and they were at the same hotel this year. They weren't at Borgata. They were at Harrah's. So this was their first time at Harrah's. And a lot of them were like, I'll respond back with my text messages and my emails and post pictures when I can when I'm at the airport. So
that's so sad.
Just to give you guys a little, I don't know if it's everybody. I don't know if it's certain services. I didn't get into the details with any of them. So just to give you a heads up, that was the big thing from summer session.
Yeah, we'll find out. And then if that's the case, we will be recording it. And then while everyone else is going into the exhibit hall, we'll be running back up and uploading it in the room if we have better connection up there, which I'm hoping that would be the case. So let's talk the manufacturers, or I should say the retailers that I have worked with and we've worked with. First off, we've got, of course, NLFX Pro. They're going to be repping EV at the show, and Ultimate, I believe Ultimate Stands, I think they're going to be doing, they're two of the main companies they'll be doing. IDJNL, they will be there with Chauvet. They've been with Chauvet for the last number of years, and also repping Pioneer at the show. If you're looking for some Chauvet deals, generally there's something in the Chauvet booth with IDJNL. There's something that they're selling below cost. Last year there were some lights they were selling below cost. There's some that they'll be selling below cost this year. Those are generally one of two things. They're not selling as well as they thought. Not that they're bad fixtures, just aren't selling as well as they thought. Or they're going to be clearing something out. We'll talk about Chauvet lights in just a little bit here again. Then Canal Sound and Lights, Jeffrey and a crew are going to be there. They're going to be repping ADJ, Avante, Rock and Roller, Pig Hog Cables, and then the LD Systems and Gravity Stands. So what you're going to get to see is you're going to be, Avante may have their new line array out that you'll be able to see for the first time at a DJ show. I'm hoping that we'll be able to see that at the show. Rock and Rollers, I don't think there's anything new coming. ADJ's got a couple of new lights that they're going to be showing for the first time at this show. But really, unless there's something that I haven't seen, there isn't anything that's going to be mobile DJ that's like, oh my God, it's a great mobile DJ light. There's some IP-rated lights that they have that are really nice, but not DJ specific. There's a fogger, which is a really kind of a cool little phase device. But for those of us who can't use fog, it's kind of a non-issue there. And then they had one other light that they have come out with that doesn't have a real mobile wedding DJ application. So there might be a couple more things that they were thinking. I'm not sure if they're going to be here on time. Stepping back to Chauvet with IDJ Now. Chauvet will have some new fixtures at this show, and they've expanded a couple of areas a little bit with some wireless things. But the interesting thing you're going to see here is they're bringing out another round of moving heads, specifically some smaller moving head fixtures at this year's show. So this will be the first time I think they're the 260, if I'm not mistaken, is the number on those. And there's I believe there's a wash and a spot, I want to say. But anyway, there's two different versions that they're bringing out, which they had the min spot a number of years ago. And they've had, obviously, the Intimidator line. They've had many, but they're bringing a couple of smaller ones out. So for those of you who want to get some moving heads and some nice, this might be a spot. And I think they're going to be at a different price point than what some of the Intimidators are. Let's see. Our friends from Eevee, they are going to be showing the white Evolves. They'll be there. There's going to be, let's see, I believe, there's just a ton of companies there. Probably the coolest thing that we can't fully talk about is one of the things that our good friend Jimmy DePalma out there has been asking for is this thing called motorized platters. And you will see them at DJ Expo. That's as much as I'm going to say. You're going to see motorized platters at DJ Expo.
On a new product, we're assuming.
A brand new product, yes.
Okay.
That has.
I assumed because I'm like, well, there's been at least one.
They've never had that particular, has never had it before. So we'll get to see that at DJ Expo for the first time. And there'll be more later this week. There's going to be more information on it. MJ will have a Matt show on that, I'm sure, and maybe a rewind report coming on that one once we can officially talk about it, but we can't talk about it.
I know. But you know what? If I remember correctly, last year I think we did our Monday night show, and a lot of them had like the talk date of Tuesday.
Yep, exactly.
It was like we almost have to like rethink this show before Expo.
Exactly.
Like just do the Tuesday, just because
things will fall. Yes, LD Systems will be there. I'm just catching up as it's going. Canal. Jeffrey's with us in the chat. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being with us. He'll have the Maui, the Maui battery powered Maui 5, I believe it is. And I'm sure Jeffrey, and you could put this. I don't know if it's with you guys on that one. If people can't make it, will they be able to get some of the show pricing if they contact the office? If you could put that answer in the chat there, because that's a big one that people ask and such. And when we're going to be going through like the Maui 5, a lot of people have been asking about that.
Now I'm just curious because you talked about this earlier. With the whole matching the price thing.
Yeah.
Are the companies going to be limited to it, even if they're repping it there?
You lost me there.
Okay, so we've said that IDJ Now is repping. Give me one of the companies that they're repping. Chauvet. Okay, so they're repping Chauvet, and Canal is not. Okay, so we know that we can't call Canal to get the Expo pricing because of that. Now maybe Chauvet, but on some of the companies.
Yeah, well, we'll continue with that. There are times where the pricing. There's two different ways that some of the manufacturers work. Sometimes that the dealers will just cut the price and they're paying, let's say that it's $100 light. That's what it costs from Chauvet. and they sell it for $150. They may decide for DJ Expo that they think they can move a lot of them, and they're still going to pay Chauvet $100 for it, but then they're going to drop it down to $125. So that means that if there's another retailer who pays the same, they could drop it down to $125 and just have a slimmer margin. That's one thing. That doesn't happen as much as that the manufacturers give them, instead of, if we're going to sell them, we're not going to charge you $100 for them. We're going to charge you $90 for them or $80 for them or whatever. They give a price break, and then they help cover some of the cost of the booth. And all these things are in their contracts of how they do it. They might maybe cover the cost of the booth, but then the dealer's going to be paying retail for whatever's sold. Or not retail, but the regular rate. They've got different columns. If you buy this much gear, then you get free shipping. And if you buy this much gear, your price drops down a little bit. And if you only buy a little bit, it's this and whatever. So there's a lot of different things back and forth.
Yeah, you're seeing that too?
Yep, I'm seeing that. So I'm just, for those of you who are on Facebook and you don't see this, Jeff is mentioning that because of the batteries and such, the best deals are going to be at the show because there's going to be shipping surcharge. So that's great information, because for those of you on the East Coast, that alone might pay for your trip over there, Dan, when you want to go buy a pair of Maui 5s for your wedding show, Dan, because the Maui 5 with the battery powered, you can take that out in your laptop and everything, and you are truly a wireless mobile DJ, Dan.
And they won't need my generator.
You won't. That's true. Wait a second. That was the generator I recommended. So scratch that whole last thing.
Actually, I've got a tip on a completely like battery powered. I mean, it's not Howie battery powered, but it's a battery powered thing, and we'll have to talk sometime. Anyway, so that was my question was, if I contacted like the company that's repping it and I'm not at the show, obviously with that particular product, we've already been answered that. So I'm curious to see if Joe Schmo calls the company that's repping them, if they'd be able to honor that, or if they're going to be restricted to it.
Yeah, you can call and there'll be some situations where you'll be able to call, but you won't maybe not get free shipping if that's the case, if you're calling the actual company. And you might call your local dealer, and your local dealer is looking for the sale for the day, and he may match pricing and such. That's certainly a possibility. It's just,
so just go to the show. Just come to the show.
The show's
come down.
Yeah. That's why we have the showroom floor, guys, and that's why all the vendors are there, is for you guys to come to the showroom floor, look at our products, and decide right then and there, I need this, I want this, I'm buying this from you guys. You're not making phone calls, you're not looking on the internet, you're dealing with the people who spent the money to have a booth on the showroom floor.
Yeah, so, these are they're the ones who support the show. They're if it wouldn't be for their money putting it into the show, there wouldn't be a show. So that's why we do business.
I like the seminars, but even now I know that's not the seminar area doesn't pay for it.
Yeah, Evie will be upstairs, not upstairs, but they have their own speaker room. So even though NLFX will be repping them, you guys can check out all the EV speakers in their room. So you'll be able to see everything and touch and listen and feel and do whatever you want to do.
And go, I want to hear that one. Now I want to hear that one.
Yep.
I want to hear that one with that one.
And they will do that for you. So you'll be able to see the white evolves, and you'll be able to see everything. NLFX will have that stuff too, but Evie will have all their whole series in the room. So you can even be like, oh, I think I wanted that, but now I want that. So Mike and his crew will be in there.
Yeah.
So they'll be there. And I know RCF has, they're going to have a speaker room themselves. And a lot of the speaker companies are doing rooms. Bose is not doing a room. We're back on the showroom floor. So we're Bose is by the main stage. So if you guys wanted to check out the S1 speaker with the battery pack and everything, we'll have a bunch of them to show you guys while we're DJing.
And Shani's going to be spinning.
Yes, and I will. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that for Tuesday too. But yes, I'll give myself a plug, and I know I got some Bose family that are in the chat room that are watching too. So I definitely will give myself a plug on this stuff. So definitely go. If you're looking at speakers, go around to the different speaker companies and look at it. Just like if you're looking at trying to get a controller, Pioneer is going to have a huge layout with some cool stuff. So definitely check out all their stuff. Rain will be there if you guys weren't at Mobile Beat and you weren't able to put your hands on on the 12s, you'll definitely be able to do it this time at Expo, because if you were at Expo last time, it was under the glass and you weren't able to touch it at all. So this time you will be able to play around it if you want. So you'll be able to kind of, and that's the whole thing about the showroom floor too, is you get to play with the toys.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And so one of the tips that I would give you for the showroom floor is obviously, one, bring earplugs. It's been loud. It's continued to be loud. And as much as we hope that maybe things will be different, bring earplugs. And then if it is, then you're okay. And if it's not, then you're prepared. But then the second thing is, make it a point to at least kind of check out each of the booths, kind of, make your way through each of them, see what's there. That way you can laugh at the ones that, like the weed one from last year, or you can, just have some fun and see what other products are out there, stuff that you may never even thought of. Take some time to actually see what some of those cool products are, and just, the whole kid in a candy store aspect, enjoy it and love on it. And don't be afraid to touch the stuff that's there to touch. That's
what it's there for, guys. I mean, that's exactly what it's there. And that's what other DJs are going to be doing. So don't be, I don't want to touch it. No, I mean, that's what it's there for. So play around, and the people at the booth, there's a reason why they're in the booth. They know everything. So please ask them questions. Please ask about whatever you want to ask about, because that is the time. That's what they're there for. That's what their knowledge is. Mm-hmm. Especially you're face-to-face. You're not sending an email. You're not on the phone. You're not dealing with customer service in the Philippines or something like that, like I was doing. You're definitely, face-to-face with these guys. And these are the guys that work for these companies, or rep the companies, and have incredible knowledge about everything. So please, this is the time to talk to them in person when you're not in the seminars.
All right. So anything else about the exhibit hall floor that you can share, John?
We're good. We'll have video from it. It's just a question of when we get that up and how it's going to go, but we'll do our best and get you guys something to see.
So Tuesday night
is a huge night. Tuesday night is a big party night. So make sure you guys get either a lot of sleep or a lot of caffeine.
And hydrated. However you want to do it. Of course, I'm going to start with the DJNTV party, because that's what I'm going to start with, of course. So for those that don't know, which I don't know why you don't already know, because our great social media source of Howie and Jimmy and everybody has been posting it all over the place. So if you don't know about this, shame on you, and I'll be the first to tell you, but you should already know about the DJNTV party. It's at the Irish Pub, which is a very short distance from Harrah's. So it's not a long drive. It's not a long Uber, cab ride, whatever. Plus, but it's not walking.
It's not walking. So I didn't say, it's not a short walk. So if you hook up with other DJNTV people, you definitely can share a ride, share a cab, however you want to share to get there.
Jitney.
Gotta
give Peter the hubcap dude some love. Okay.
We can, yes, if he's working, not if he's not working.
If he's not working, no.
Yes. But there's going to be food and drink specials that we got especially for the party. So you definitely can get your food on and your drink on with some great specials that you guys can pay for. It's a chill event that's different from some of the other events. So it's not going to be the pounding music like at some of the other parties. So definitely like a chill event. And am I talking over video, or are we just going to?
I'm trying to get it going.
Because we can't. I'll just keep talking while videos
keep going.
are
Now
cool
you've got 30 seconds of it.
There'll be some incredible DJNTV people spinning at this event, so you'll be able to see them in person, and some other incredible DJs that we're not going to let all the tricks out of the bag, but you'll see some other DJs that are spinning. And it's going to be a great event where you'll see a lot of DJNTV people. So that is Tuesday, and that starts, I believe, at 9:00, and it'll go until the last drunk person is there. So
it is the Irish Pub, so it might be a long time.
Could be.
So if Dan is the last DJ spinning, he'll be that DJ that's DJing for one person. Like it's that person.
Are you done yet, Dan? I want to pack.
I have seminars Wednesday morning.
Until the last person leaves, and you're like, great, awesome.
Like, no,
no, I'm just playing. No. So so that party is going on, and then there's a bunch of other DJ Expo events that are happening, and those events are actually at the Eden Club lounge that's in the hotel at the Harrah's. So for those parties, you don't have to leave the grounds, which is pretty cool. The first party is from 6:30 to 8:30. And for anybody who is an alcoholic will love this party because it is an open bar event. So dance face. Sponsored.
Just the way you worded the whole setup for that. That's what had me a little confused. I was like, where's she going with this one?
It's an open bar party, and it's sponsored by PV and Techniques. So there'll be some incredible DJs that are there, some industry pioneers. My friend Keith Shockley is going to be spinning. Jazzy J is going to be spinning. So you'll get some cool New York DJs that will be spinning at that party. And that's at the Eden Lounge, which is inside Harrah's. That's 6:30 to 8:30. So if you decide you want to go to that and get a little bubbly before you guys leave anywhere,
Pre-game.
Don't go anywhere too quick, because the Bose party is at the same location and it happens an hour later, because we have to do some cool stuff in there to make it Bose appreciated. So walk around the hotel, do some gambling, look for Kiki to see if she loves you. Do whatever you have to do, because the Bose party starts at 9:30, and that goes from 9:30 till, again, the last drunk person is dancing inside the club. So that is sponsored by Bose. We have some incredible giveaways, some Bose giveaways that are going to be awesome. So if you want to stop there before you go to the DJNTV party, you can do that, because I start spinning at 9:30. So I'm the first one to spin. So coincidence? I don't know. I'm just saying. If I'm the first one to spin, you might see me at a couple places. Just saying. I don't know.
Like White House subs?
That's already a given, and we'll talk about that.
Isn't that only in one place?
Yes. So I'm spinning at 9:30 at the Bose events. And I'm just saying, if I see some DJNTV people, some swag might go that way. That's all. That's also all I'm saying. But we have some incredible DJs that are spinning there. I believe one of them is in the chat room, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Atwood, I think, is still in the chat. He's an incredible DJ. He's also presented some seminars at DJ Expo as well. He is part of my Bose family. He is going to be spinning, and I believe he is spinning right after me. He's spinning. We have another girl. Her name is Charisma. She's from New York. She's spinning. Then we got some incredible other DJs, Oscar Troya and Revo DJs. So they are all spinning. It's going to be an awesome event. So you got a lot to choose from Tuesday night, and there's other events too. Like there's other events all over the place, but these are the ones I must say that there are DJ Expo sponsored, and the DJNTV party. For the ones at the Eden Club, the PB event and the Bose event, that's for all DJ Expo attendees. So you guys are all invited, and it's open to the public as well. I don't know if you need your badge. I would just bring it just in case to get
bring it.
I would just always carry the badge, no matter what. Always carry your badge. So that is all Tuesday night. So you can actually see me spin Tuesday.
Awesome.
And see my friend Chris spin.
All right, we're gonna have to move this in gear a little bit. I didn't realize this. Anyway, so Wednesday again, the kind of the mix. So remember, I told you Monday was heavy on seminars. Tuesday we saw it was a little bit lighter because they want you going to the exhibit hall floor. Wednesday kind of comes back and kind of puts a few things together. 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, Bob Carpenter, no relation that I'm aware of, is going to be presenting a seminar for the New York Disc Jockey Network meeting. You do not have to be a member of the NJDJN to be able to go to said seminar. You just have to be able to go. Again, Wednesday morning, 10 a.m., which is different because a lot of times they put their seminars towards the end of the day Wednesday. This time they're doing it really kind of before a lot of stuff kicks off. Then 12:30 is going to be they're going to be talking about tech innovations for some mobiles. So there's a lot of different tech tricks and tools and that kind of thing that you may be wanting to incorporate into your business. Mick Uranko, who's actually now from only about an hour from me, he moved recently, so he's in my market. I haven't yet to talk to him. Anyway, he's got some cool ideas and some cool ways that you can make use of those features and make some money off of them. Why not, right? Paid digital ads is coming up after that. You need some extra help with your marketing. That's you're going to want to make sure you see. And then these types of things always get a lot of all-round DJs, I get to say, not just clubs, not just mobiles, but the keynote Q&A, Rob Swift, Vista Sinisa, Grand Wizard Theodore. I mean, like, we're talking turntable DJs, and they're going to be a keynote with them, Q&A with them. This is just cool. You're going to be in awe, I think, just hearing some of the stories that take part during this. They always bring great artists in for these Q&As, and they do such a great job. So even if you're like, I don't know any of them, who cares? Show up and check it out. You're gonna learn.
I'm friends with Rob, so I'm actually going to kidnap him and take him around with me. He doesn't know this yet. I'll show him this part of the video, just so, like, if the police come, I'm like, I told him I was kidnapping him. I don't know.
It's not kidnapping if you know about it in advance, right?
So if you do know who he is, awesome. If you don't, he's an incredible guy. You could definitely talk to him about DJing while we're out. You know, just like when Keith Shockley hung out with Dan and MJ and I, like, you
that was so cool.
Can hang out with my friends. Come hang out with my friends.
After that, Mike Whiter, I always say it wrong. Weeder. Anyway, really great guy, Mike W. He put out a book just in the past year called Being the Difference Maker, or Be a Difference Maker. And in that, he gives a lot of great tips and tricks. He's doing a seminar. Some of it's going to be centered around the book, but some of the other ideas that he's had and some of the things that he's put into place since writing the book are going to be presented in the seminar. Really cool moment. And you'll even be able to pick up the book if you haven't done so already. I highly endorse it. Digital DJ Tips is back with another keynote talking about streaming. How can you capitalize on using streaming for your music services? So we talked about that, where it seems like the industry is kind of going that way, where maybe we're not going to be able to buy music. We're going to be streaming everything. So kind of almost a forefront look at some of that. ADJ is going to be doing a seminar, again, with the video panels. Again, another look. I told you that symposium. Here's another look. Video panels seem to be a big hot topic this year. And DJ Barr is going to be the one, along with Edgar.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like trying to remember his stage name and whatever. Anyway, Edgar is going to be there along with DJ Barr, and they're going to be doing some cool things with that. Music theory. So again, we've talked about on this show learning some of the things about music. It's more than just pressing play. It's more than just matching up beats, but learning about some of those other things behind it. And I think that would be a great opportunity, a great one for you. Networking for DJ, they're calling it Schmoozing 101, is following that. And then a mixer and producer panel, which is going to follow that. That's on Wednesday. And I'm just going to finish up real quick on Thursday, because there's one seminar on Thursday, which I thought was interesting. It's about Bitcoin. Which I thought was interesting, because people aren't really talking about that much. I saw
that there's a seminar on Bitcoin.
I don't know which is more interesting, because for the longest time, as far as I can remember, they haven't done any real seminars on Thursday. If they've done any, it's been like a sponsor seminar.
Right.
I don't think this is the case with this particular one. Maybe it is kind of hidden in that way, but really kind of cool that they are putting a seminar there. And if you thought about maybe, hey, let's see what I can do with Bitcoin, or maybe I wanted to accept it as payment, they're going to be presenting on maybe a way to do that, and maybe even make some more money than you might normally would by accepting this other one. So that's all the seminars. I'm done on seminars. All right.
So Wednesday night first of all, Wednesday afternoon, you'll see me in the DJ booth at the Bose booth. I'll be there, and my friend Chris, who's in the chat, I believe he's also spinning on Wednesday. So you could check us out. And I think I have another person in the chat from the Bose family, so I'm just gonna give her a shout out too, since she's there. I think Cheers to Love is there. And I just want to say, we have some incredible female DJs. She's spinning on Tuesday, I think. So the Bose family has some incredible DJs in the booth. You'll see some good people in our booth. So Wednesday night is the Entertainer of the Year contest. For those that have been to DJ Expo before, it was the DJ of the Year. Now it's called Entertainer of the Year. But that is actually at the Havana nightclub at the Golden Nugget. So that is off the premises at the Havana nightclub. That is from 8 to 11. And the reason why that is off premises is because the big party that everybody loves going to, besides where I'm spinning at, I'm just saying, is Scribble's party. Scribble. So Scribble is at Eden Lounge, where You'll see me the night before. So he is there. That starts at 10:30. So the entertainer of the year is from 8 to 11. It kind of always overlapped, and it always did, and it was no problem because it's called Scribble and Friends. So his friends start the sets, and then if you haven't seen Scribble, he kills it, and I love it because it doesn't matter what venue he's spinning at. It doesn't matter what obstacles he has to deal with DJ times. He will give 1,000% to what he does. And that is a true entertainer. And if nobody has seen him spin and you really want to see what a true entertainer is about, you definitely have to see somebody who puts their heart and soul into it, that's been doing it since the 90s. So,
but don't come prepared to dance for it, because in the past that's been shut down, or everybody is standing there looking at him.
Oh, it hasn't been shut down, because when it was at the Taj, there was a dance floor and everybody danced. After
oh yeah, they did. I guess that's right. Yeah.
When it moved, you're talking about because people jumped up on I'll call it the walkway.
Yeah, I heard. I wasn't there for that year.
Okay, so that's why it got shut down, because they didn't want people up on the stripper walkway. And
then last year there was no room.
There was no room, right?
Because everybody was just staring.
But again, now he's back.
But it was awesome.
Right, he's back in the same club as the other parties. So if you guys have never been there, it's a club. So be prepared for everybody with their camera phones out, taking major photos and videos of him while we're trying to just listen to his music and jam out.
I'll just get
we just got word. You said it's I think Jeffrey from Canal, who said that they are doing a video wall behind Scribble.
Yeah,
that right there, that's awesome.
I didn't know if I could say it. Scribble told me, but I didn't know if I didn't want to say anything. So
well, the guys who are doing it also just let the secret go. So if we're not supposed to, we can blame them. They told us.
Again, I until somebody gives me the okay for stuff, I have a lot of secrets and I don't want to tell them. But if Canal said it, then yes. So there's gonna be a really cool video wall behind. So that's gonna be awesome. So that is Wednesday, and then after that, there's plenty of other events. Like there's always a party at the pool at Harrah's, which now nobody has to cab to, because we're at the location. So that's good. And there's always everything else going on Wednesday night too. But that is the main stuff, the entertainer of the year. That if you've never seen, you want to check it out. You know, it's cool competition. And then Scribble's event is Wednesday night.
And then Thursday, the exhibit hall opens back up, 11 to 3.
Yes. So exhibit hall is open, and we'll give you guys a little tip and trick. Sorry for vendors that are in the room, but if you really want to try to get something, Thursday's the way to go. Thursday is to try to bargain your way, because they don't want to take anything back with them.
But do not. And this is what will burn you if you go in there with that mentality of, well, I'm going to see it Tuesday, I'm just going to wait till Thursday to buy it. The problem is when it's gone, it's gone. Yeah. So if you're like, well, I'm just going to wait and bargain my way into it on Thursday, don't be sure that it's going to be there, and don't be sure that just because you think they're going to want to bargain, it's because that actually happened. I've seen some friends of mine, they're like, oh, I'm going to wait, and they wouldn't budge on the price, and it's because it was already a killer deal. So don't miss out. If you see something you like, just get it and be done with it.
Yeah. And also, guys, know that there's a lot of DJs that drive in for like a day to just go to the showroom floor. There's a lot of tri-state area DJs that my old boss does drive in just to look on the showroom floor. So they're there one day, they're going to buy a bunch of stuff. So they're not waiting for Thursday to be like, what's the bargain? They're there. There's a reason why they're there, because they know the DJ Expo has a great showroom floor. They want to see what they can get for their companies, for themselves, and they just buy, put the stuff in their 4x4 or their truck or their box truck, whatever, and they're out the door. So like Dan said, don't look at something on Tuesday and be like, I'll wait till Thursday to get it when I can bargain, because these guys do one-day passes, and they're there to go on the showroom floor, buy some stuff, and leave.
Yeah, Bill even brought up a point. Some of the stuff will even sell out on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Depending upon what it is. I mean, and if it's the hot thing, and it was kind of a surprise, like they brought 100 of them, and they thought, oh, well, that should be good. Somebody may say, I like that, and I want that for my company, and buy half of them right then and there. So It doesn't take much sometimes. Oh my goodness. We feel We haven't done an hour show in a while. We talked a lot tonight. So for our usual regulars, thank you very much for tuning into this. Even if you're not going to Expo, I greatly appreciate those of you that checked in. Some of our vendors that are going to be at Expo, thank you very much for tuning in and sharing some love and some insight in tonight.
We love it. Yeah.
There's some things that obviously you guys know and certain people like John know, but we're not allowed. I don't know, and he won't tell me. So I'm glad you shared it because he's just mean like that. But here's the truth. Here's what I would recommend to those of you that are in the chat room who this is your first time going to Expo. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid if you're an insider, don't be afraid to drop a line in the insider area and ask a question or 2 or 5 or 10 or whatever. And people who have been there are more than happy to share their experiences. And there's tips and stuff that we kind of shared tonight that there's others out there that we hadn't thought about or maybe just didn't think about tonight. So feel free to post your questions and somebody will get back to you and give you help in that, or reach out to any of us. If you're not an insider, well, first off, shame on you, but if you're not an insider, still ask your questions. We want to be able to help you out. We want this to be a good experience for you because we like you, even though we don't know you. We're just that kind of people. So we got to hang out, hanging out. We got to hang out, hanging out.
We're going to hang out, hanging out now.
Told you, an hour long talking.
Actually,
in the hangout, we will talk more about tips and tricks in the hangout. So we'll talk about that in the hangout. But before we go to the hangout,
we forgot.
I'm going to make a little DJNTV announcement that John's going to take over. And it has to do with something really cool for those. Of course, none of us are wearing any. Oh, wait. No, Dan, you are. You're wearing a t-shirt.
Dan
awesome.
The rest of us.
I was like, none of us. Okay. Well, hopefully soon I'll have a new hat to put on after next week. But we have the store that's is it going to be live soon?
It should be live tonight.
Oh, so it's going to be live tonight.
It should be
so
live.
For those that have always asked us about, well, how do I get a t-shirt? How do I get that cool hat that Howie wears? How do I get this? I saw somebody wear a jacket to one of the expos. Well, besides being an insider and getting that swag with some of the levels, you can buy it and be just like us.
And the link.
Hey, John, take it away.
Yeah, we just put the link in the chat room and such. We've got the different gear that you can buy basically from the same company, that local company here in Minnesota that prints up our stuff. So, and I know the guy, I've worked with him for a number of years, so it's going to be one of those things, you buy it and he will get you the stuff. And if there's any problems, he will take care of it and there won't be any problem with it whatsoever. But we've got the hats in there. There's 2 different types of hats. There's the curved bill hat, and then there's the flat bill hat, because I guess some people like the flat bill hat, MJ. We've got the jacket, the dry dock jacket that Shani was talking about, that are really a nice kind of a spring fall jacket. Because I'm from Minnesota, I wear the thing until it gets to be 20 below outside. That's just how I work.
I wear it all winter long too. Yeah. It might be a spring fall jacket, but it's got some nice.
It works well, and I wear another little sweatshirt under it, and I'm good to go.
Yes, there is, Jimmy, he just put the link for those that are in the live chat. He just put the link for the store, and we're going to be, trust me, every week I'm going to be talking about it. If you guys know me, I'm all big about social media. So I'm definitely going to be talking about the store for you guys. So you can be like us.
So yeah, that will be all there. And I believe because everything that's there is embroidered, it will take, from the time you order it, it should be to you within a week to 10 days. And that was one of the reasons we went with the embroidered side instead of like Dan's wearing a printed, or the silk screen. And we're still going to do silk screen shirts, on a regular basis, whether it's yearly or what have you, but we'll do those and be able to take that. But those you have to do a dozen or more of those. And so you're just doing a larger group, and we'll do those later. But.
So we could talk about that too in the Hangout. So we got a lot of more stuff for the Hangout. But since my phone has been blowing up, since my whole entire Bose family is watching the show tonight, and they were mad I didn't give some of them shout outs. So I definitely, Charisma was one of them, who's one of our incredible DJs that's going to be spinning in the booth. You'll see her. She's also at the party. But a couple of the DJs, if you guys remember the summer show that I gave all the music, a couple of those DJs are also going to be spinning. Josh Christie, who is one of our Bose DJs, who also was one of Jason Janai's guys. He is going to be spinning in the booth. So I have to give him a shout out before he stops blowing up my phone. And I love Josh. And Jeffrey Scott, who is part of SCE. he's going to be spinning in our booth as well. So we got a lot of people in our booth, and I don't want to keep taking up too much time, but so make sure you stop by the Bose booth because we got swag. Just letting you guys know we got swag too.
John, don't we have something to give away?
Oh yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that.
We should have been talking about that throughout. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do it next Monday night from that.
Okay. So we have something really cool that's going to be after I Got 5 on it next Monday. That's part of like a really cool DJNTV thing that you guys.
And then we're going to try to do that remotely in live.
Oh, you're going to do it next. Oh, okay. Yeah, do it.
Well, we're going to be in Atlantic City. We'll actually all be in the same room together.
Yeah. That's what we're going to try to do.
After we take our photo and stuff, because we have to take our prom picture.
Exactly.
With the backdrop.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And then our prom picture.
Try to get as many of our.
No, it's just you and MJ's prom picture. John and I were just like the security guards that were standing by.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we're going to try to do that next Monday night, and then we'll, again, it's all internet dependent. We'll see where we're at with that. So.
All right,
Dan, wrap us up.
All right, so I alluded to it earlier, but anyway, so coming up after this, there is a hangout time. So again, for those of you that are new, you get to continue this conversation. Only we get to see you and hear you if you turn on your microphone and your video camera. But it's a cool opportunity. So John's gonna be dropping the link. He'll be putting it all over the place where you can do all that kind of cool thing, and then. Again, Shani alluded, we'll be doing some more tips, some more tricks. Other people, if you've got tips and tricks, obviously we're going to be asking you to share those because, again, we can't think of everything and we're not going to try. So make sure you follow that link. The show keeps going. We got to end it now, but the show keeps going there. So click it, check it out. Thank you very much. Catch you later.